Hey folks, how you doing? This is Reverend Wayne S. Pierce for the 23rd of January, 2014. This is the Wayne S. Pierce Show podcast. Not going to be long, probably about 30 minutes. You can email me at freeamericaradio@usa.com. Hold on to that email address too, because there's another email address. Please write this down. freeamericaradio@unseen.is. freeamericaradio@unseen.is. Now, on this short podcast, I usually do an hour, but this time I'm probably not going to take that long. And just get into some, make my points, get into some other things. But I want to remind people that I will be on Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker. And you can catch that episode after it's posted over at distortedreality.podbean.com. That's Distorted Reality with Nick Tucker, distortedreality.podbean.com. So, let me get into it right now. I'm probably there's going to be a break in here somewhere. I don't know. So, anyway, I want to get into this, and I want to say this. There is a lot of people out there who take jabs at the fact that I know as much as I know about 9/11. Now, if there's other people out there that know more than I do, that have more factual, truthful information, please, I'm more willing to sit down with them than anybody else. So, when people take jabs at me and say, well, there's no plane, there's this and there's that and there's plane hit the Pentagon and blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's take this by the numbers, shall we? The plane that went down in Pennsylvania, no plane parts. Look at them, no plane parts. The plane that hit the Pentagon, no plane parts. And don't give me this crap that, the plane went in such a degree that it didn't, and look at the hole at the side of the building and look at the hole in the back of the building. There is no way that you will ever see where the wings would have been when the plane hit the building. It's not there. It's a big, massive hole, and that's just the way it is. Look at the alleged planes that hit the Twin Towers. By the way, you know why there were no plane parts on the ground? Can you say direct energy weapons? Go to drjudywood.com. She's a forensic expert. Go to A&E 911truth.org. They're physical engineers and architects, and all of that is factual, actual information that you can see for yourself. So if anybody tells me that I'm wrong, I just gave you the information. Go check it out yourself. So when you look at everything and when you examine all of these things and when you examine life around you, what is your first thought? Your first thought is, I can't believe it. Why? Because no one taught you how to factually and honestly and openly look at something for what it is. Now, I'm not saying take everything at face value. Take things, look at them, examine them, is what I'm saying. Do the research. Dig into what it is. If something seems a little quirky to you and out of place, that's the first thing you should do, is figure out why that is out of place. Okay? Mama didn't raise no fool. I'm highly educated, and I know how to look into these things. When you look at things like 9/11, or when you look at things as Benghazi, or when you look at things like, the bombing at the Murrah building in Oklahoma City, when you look at all those things, you have to look at all the extenuating circumstances around it. Then you have to look at, number one, why, number two, who, and number three, motive. Okay? Because, and you can put those in any order you want, but literally, you will see the truth, and the truth will be evident there, and you will not have a leg to stand on when you try to tell me I'm wrong. Now, I know I've said it before, and I ranted about it, how I get all upset that people tell me I'm wrong and all this, but I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to make it perfectly clear, okay? I'm done with stupid people. I'm done with people who will not accept anything other than what the state-run media tells them to accept. To those people, I say, have a nice day. Enjoy your beer. Enjoy your life. Because obviously you think that there is no conspiracy. I just had someone tell me that, or not tell me, but, try to show me that there were plane parts at the Pentagon. I pulled up all my information and showed them there wasn't. Okay. I had, over this last several months, I've had, responded to posts on Facebook, on the CIA website, and on the CIA Facebook, NSA website. And I've shown people that the buildings, if you look at the Twin Towers specifically and you watch how they collapse, why are they dust? And don't give me this crap that it was airline fuel, it was aircraft fuel. That's what blew up. No. Put two and two together, folks. Doesn't happen. It was so hot it just melted the interior of the infrastructure of the building. No, folks. Two and two. Put it together. You'll figure it out. Go to drjudywood.com. To hide the evidence of the planes, of this, they had to have something, some big impact to hit the building to cause it to be such such a vision to people on the ground, they would go completely out of their freaking minds. They wanted that much of an impact visually for people to freak out. But they had to cover their tracks. They had to cover their steps. They had to cover it all up. How do you do that? By destroying the evidence. And how could a perfectly good passport fall to the ground from one of the alleged hijackers? It did not happen, folks. The planes hit the building, became a huge fireball, was this big visual thing that people on the ground saw. By the time the buildings collapsed, or at the moment they started to collapse, can you say direct energy weapon? Can you say shooting at the material and the evidence to disintegrate it, so by the time it hit the ground, there was nothing left? Granted, that's a very good theory. But go to drjudywood.com, and you will see the forensic evidence behind it all. Okay? You will also have to go to ane911truth.org to get additional information from architects and engineers who do this every single day. You can also go to companies and websites of people who demolish these buildings. Everything has been set up. I crunched the numbers, people. For this to be pulled off by as many people as were involved, and I'll tell you who that was here in just a minute, it would have taken at least 6 months to at the most 18 months to put it all together, to lay it all out, to plan it, and to implement it. President George W. Bush and Vice President Dick Cheney knew weeks in advance what was going to happen. The Saudis already knew what was going to happen, and Israel was part of it. Now, what did they have at stake? They had tremendous amount at stake. Tremendous amount. But you see, the distraction of George W. Bush going into the wrong place to get Saddam Hussein or to get Osama bin Laden was just that, a distraction. He had to go vindicate his father from 20 years prior because, they didn't get Saddam Hussein when they could have. So GW Jr. went over to Iraq and took care of that. But that was a distraction. Then when you look at the documents that were provided from Freedom of Information Act requests and declassified documents from Russia and all these other places, you start connecting the dots, and guess what? Osama bin Laden died shortly thereafter of 9/11. Either he died shortly after 9/11 in 2001 or in 2002. Why? Because doctors were in Dubai speaking with him, helping him, because he had kidney problems. He needed dialysis. This is what's on record. Go look it up. It's right out there. Plus, Osama bin Laden was a CIA operative named Tim Osman. Go look that up. It's declassified documents over in Russia. Go examine them. And if you don't think any of this is factual, why don't you go look at the documents that Edward Snowden released? Oh, he's just he's a shill. He has to do that because... Again, folks, I'm done with stupid people. I'm not going to give you the silver platter answers. I'm going to tell you where to go get the answers. If you do not, that's not my problem. And all I can say to you is have a nice day. If one were to examine everything completely and thoroughly, one would understand that this whole political arena was built on the backs and the blood of those innocent people that had absolutely no clue about what was happening until it was too late. And when you begin to dig through and examine all of the information that's available to us at this time, as much as they try to hide it, you will see that this whole governmental structure that we currently have is nothing but a complete and utter sham. It's phony. It serves only one purpose and one purpose only: for you to be enslaved, for all of us to be enslaved, and for the elites to take our money and build up their empire. That's all we are. Is fodder for the political and governmental machines to be fed into these systems, to be chewed up and spit out. The poor are getting poorer, and the middle class are becoming non-existent, and the rich are feeding off all of it. All of it. And if you can't understand that, then I really don't know what to tell you. I'm going to go to break, and I'll be right back.
Misfit is a misfit.
Samo.
Ignorant of hygiene, destructive, disorderly, and totally disrespectful.
It's the 5:15 with Samo on Samo Radio.
AM 1700 Daytona Beach, Holly Hill.
And Southnet 1.
All aboard! Train. Gonna love you. Take the last train to Boston. See them moving run.
He's leaving. On that midnight train to Georgia.
Sarasota's home for R&B and soul. The Razor Blade Express with Dave the Rave.
Hey, welcome back. This is the Wayne S. Pierce Show podcast. I'm not going to be long. I usually do an hour, but not this time. I'm going to do a half hour or, something like that. But anyway, you can reach me at freeamericaradio@usa.com. Keep that email address, because here's another email address you can definitely send stuff to if you wish, and that is freeamericaradio@unseen.is. That's freeamericaradio@unseen.is. Go to freeamericaradio.us for more information. If you'd care to sponsor this show, you can. Sponsors page is going to be up till January 31st. After that, I'm taking it down. Going to remodel, develop some other things, If you want to donate, you can do that as well. Please do. Free America Radio Network is going to the next level, and we need your help to do that. And there's a store there up until January 31st. freeamericaradio.us. Go to the store tab. That is going to be taken down after January 31st. Got to redo a whole lot of stuff, folks. So this is why we need your help to get Free America Radio Network to the next level. So anyway, before the break, I was talking about researching and digging into stuff and 9/11 and Oklahoma and all that. Let me finish up by saying this. Let me make an additional point and finish up by saying this. Not a lot of people want to know the truth or the facts. I've heard people tell me, I don't want my day ruined. I want to have a happy day. Don't tell me that. I don't want to hear it. Oh, there's fluoride in the water. I don't want to hear it. Oh, there's mercury in the flu shots. I don't want to hear that. Oh, I don't want to hear that. Do you get a common thread through all of this, folks? They don't want to. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to know that their government is stealing from them, is using them, is feeding them to the elites. They don't care. All they care about is that Justin Bieber was arrested in Florida. All they care about is hearing that Kanye West wants to move out of the United States. All they care about is hearing that Sean Hannity wants to move out of New York, and now he's backtracking on that. Did you hear that one? All they care about is Dancing with the Stars. Folks, pull your head out. Folks, understand what is going on. Understand that your world around you is a complete and total fraud. That you have to make your life what you want it to be. That you cannot depend on the government for anything. Anything. Our military is being overrun by Muslims. The Pentagon has relaxed all of these little rules. Now you can have beards. Now you can have piercings. Now you can have turbans. Now you can do this. Now you can do that. No. Our military was built on regiment, on, order. I should know. I was in the military. I had to do it this way, and that was the way it had to be done. And now they're relaxing all the rules? Oh, don't get me wrong. I want to say this, and I will put this right here on record. I do agree with Brian Keller when he says not all Christians are bad. There's radical people in the Christian denominations as well. Can you say who was that guy? Vernon Howe. He went by another name. Koresh. Yeah. Remember him? Waco? How about Westboro Baptist Church? They're a bunch of idiots as well. They're radical. They don't care about freedom or liberty. They're playing right into the hands of the New World Order. They're fascist regime. They don't care. Oh, there's radical people in Christian religions all over the world. There's radical people in Catholic churches. It's all over the place, folks. Nobody's perfect. I agree with that. No, I'm not perfect. And if you're so perfect, people, why don't you walk on water? Why don't you feed 5,000 people with 2 loaves of bread and 5 fish? You know what I'm saying? Why don't you step up to the plate and start showing your true colors? Well, I don't care if I disagree with you or agree with you. You have to be real. And if you're not real, then I want nothing to do with you. This government is not real. Washington, D.C. has fallen to the New World Order. New York State has fallen to the New World Order. California, to the west of me right here in Reno, Nevada, has fallen to the New World Order. Do you think this is bullcrap, folks? No! I know more than a lot of people will ever understand. Why? Because mama didn't raise no fool. My face was buried in books from the day that I could be able to read, and I guarantee you I know exactly what's going on. And no one's going to tell me any differently. But I can tell you right now that if I laid the truth and the facts in front of you, you would sit there and go, I don't want to hear it. That's the operative phrase. I don't want to, from you people who think that everything is just hunky-dory and you're too damn worried about Justin Bieber. I've had enough. On one of my episodes in December, I said that I'm not going to hold back in 2014. Well, you just heard it. Some of it. I try to stay calm. I try to stay, try to stay collected, try to hold, back, try to be nice. But I'm not going to hold back anymore. People are stupid. That's the way it is. Well, people aren't stupid. They're just unaware. They're unaware because they're stupid, because they don't want to be aware. They don't want to know what's actually going on. They want to stay in their little cookie-cutter world and delude themselves with their preconceived ideas. I'm on top of stuff, folks. And I will tell you right now and make this statement, and you can hold me to this. I don't know everything. I overlook some things sometimes. I'm not always right, yet I'm not always wrong either. But I can tell you that I'm real. I can tell you that no one has bought me off. I can tell you that no one will ever be able to, because I will shove it back in their face. And to all those people that take jabs at me on Facebook, take jabs at me and say, well, you're more conservative than you're liberal, or the other way around. I've heard that too. No, folks. Let me point out something to you right now. To all you people that take jabs at me, I don't affiliate myself with any political party in America. You know why? Because it's all a sham. I'm not even independent. When I say I'm nonpartisan, I mean that. I don't affiliate myself with any of the parties. You know why? Because they're phony. It's all a sham, folks. Then why should we vote? I've had somebody ask me that. Why should we vote if it doesn't matter? Well, it's real simple. You're absolutely right. It doesn't matter. But we vote. I don't know why. And I'll be the first one to admit, I don't know why we vote. Maybe it's some sort of charity that the government gives us. Maybe it's some sort of semblance of freedom that we may believe that we have. I don't know. I don't know why we vote if it doesn't matter. So I challenge each and every single one of you right now at the sound of my voice right here on Spreaker.com and any place else you're hearing this at, freeamericaradio.us. I want you to... I'm going to challenge you right now. When the 2014 midterm elections come up, don't vote. As a matter of fact, let's go one further than that. If we are able to have a 2016 election, don't vote. Do not vote. I challenge all of you. And when you see, as you saw in the 2008 elections, when you see in the 2016 elections, if you don't vote, that there are over 40% of people who voted, you're going to know firmly and completely that voting was a total fraud. Okay? Mark my words. Hold me to that. I challenge you in this midterm elections coming up. Do not vote. And I've noticed some of the information that I've gotten from people that said that people are running away, massive exodus from the Republican Democratic parties, and they're going libertarian. You know why? Because they're the ones that knows what's going on. They're people like you and me that do the research, that understand behind the scenes what's happening. And not all of them are perfect. But I can tell you that even if you get a majority of the libertarians, mark my words on this one, I challenge you to look for this. I challenge you to look for this. That you see right now that there are more people going to the Libertarian Party. There are more candidates coming up out of the Libertarian Party, or at least you're seeing a lot of that. And if in the midterm elections you don't see a majority on your ballot of Libertarian candidates, you can tell right there that it's all rigged. Because the elites control the voting, and anybody who stands on the Constitution and the Bill of Rights is going to be written off of that ballot. Nope, we don't want that person. He's for freedom. Oh, we don't want that person. He's for Second Amendment. Oh, we don't want that person. He's for the First Amendment. We want our people in. Mark my words on that. Hold me to this. On this date, 23rd of January, 2014. Nick Tucker, distortedreality.podbean.com. I'll be on that show later on today. He said it a few weeks ago. I saw something about Vladimir Putin, and I said, look at this. He goes, yeah, Vladimir Putin's a wild card. And sure enough, last week he showed his card. He's kicked out all the elites and got him off of his cabinets and all that. He's a wild card, all right, and he's somebody you better start watching very closely. Vladimir Putin, Russian president. Hey, folks, told you I wasn't going to be that long, so I'm not going to be that long. I'm going to take off, but remember, freeamericaradio.us, freeamericaradio@usa.com, also Free America Radio at unseen.is, Free America Radio at unseen.is. Check it out. Check out the Views Express live Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, and also the Wayne S. Pierce Show Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. And you can always catch it here on Spreaker.com and also on freeamericaradio.us. So in the meantime, folks, enjoy your Thursday, enjoy your day, love your family, and stand for the freedom and liberty this country needs. And be real. Be real. Talk to you later.